Another lesson that I learned from Brian Tracy that I'm gonna share you today is about a thinking tool, which is he says that knowing what I know today, would I do this thing again? If the answer is no, then just cut it off. For example, let me explain you by an example. For example, you look at all your employees, okay, all your employees, and you just ask yourself, knowing what I know today, would I hire this person again? If the answer is no, you can fire that person as soon as possible because delaying that thing is just gonna harm you. Okay, so that's the thing. Knowing, and I will repeat it once again, the framework. This is the one line we have to ask ourselves in order to think better, to think perfectly about making a decision. Knowing what I know today, would I get into it again? For example, if you are a smoker, if you have an addiction of alcohol, and you ask yourself, knowing what I know today, would I get into smoking again? The answer is obviously no. Knowing what I know today, would I get into drinking alcohol every day again? The answer is no. If the answer is no, why are you continuing that? Knowing what I know today, would I again marry this person? If the answer is no, you can leave because the life is for yours. Life is yours and it is open to you. You should not delay the process of making this decision. So this is a tool which, if we ask ourselves, then it will help us to think better and will help us to make the decision perfectly about that situation. So Brand Rashi just suggested that he told the story that in his company he analyzes the employee's performance or the employee's behavior every 3 months or something. So he also used this framework to make the decision of firing. He asked that knowing what I know today, will I hire this person again? If that is no, then he fire that person on that same day. So this is the great framework of thinking which I learned from Brian Tracy and that I documented in this video. And also the second learning is also most important. One is cut your losses as soon as possible. Cut your losses. Let me give you an example again. If you realize that you made a decision, you made a bad decision about investment, a bad decision about a relationship, a bad decision about marriage or something, if you realize it and you ask yourself that framework, if I know what I know today, would I get into this again? If the answer is no, then cut off your losses as soon as possible because the faster you cut the losses, the more advantage you will be in. The best time to fire a person is the first time it crosses your mind. So the success also depends on cutting the losses. Just admit it. Even if you made a mistake in this bad decision, just admit that yes, I have made the bad decision. You should have a courage of admitting it. So that is another skill. So just admit it that you made a decision, you made a bad decision, and cut it out at that moment only. So this is the important skill. Cutting your losses as soon as possible will be useful in any aspects of your life, whether in business, whether in personal life, anything. So that's the video for today. We learned about two important lessons. First, the framework of thinking for asking ourselves to make a better decision, which is knowing what I know today, would I do this again? And the second is cutting your losses as soon as possible you realize it. That's the video. Thank you so much.